Criminal techniques are becoming more sophisticated. Key manufacturers are engaging in a cat-and-mouse game, trying to stay one step ahead. The development of cylinder engineering has always been a vicious cycle, trying to outsmart the criminal, honing their lock-picking techniques. Can there really be a lock that will never be opened with unauthorized lock-opening techniques such as lock-picking and lock-bumping? Royal Guardian has rewritten the book in the key industry. The deadlock mechanism, the first lock in the world to completely shut out lock-picking and lock-bumping. Popular lock-picking methods, like the thumb turn twisting, cam bypass, or drilling, are completely shut out. We provide duplicate key cutting service support over the internet and a 24-hour emergency hotline call center. Royal Guardian was developed by incorporating all features on the wish lists of our customers. Its incredible performance has been featured on TV and the mass media, causing quite a stir. Many overseas reporters visited the Royal Guardian booth at the Security Show 2006, held at the Tokyo Big Site in March of 2006. A majority of the questions asked at the booth were on functionality and the incredible performance of the 100% pick-proof lock. By being relieved from any threat of crime and living with peace of mind, we believe that this is the ultimate goal of crime prevention. Therefore, Royal Guardian provides support in hardware and software to ensure safety and peace of mind for our customers. In November 2002, the National Police Agency, the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport, and the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, in conjunction with Building Materials Associations, set up the Joint Government and Private Sector Council for Development and the Propagation of High-Performance Crime Prevention Building Materials in order to stem break and entry crimes. Each lock manufacturer has been focusing on how to prolong the time it takes to break in order to qualify for the anti-picking performance label. Unfortunately, there is a limit to how safe a cylinder mechanism can be made. Is there really such a thing as an unpickable lock? Royal Guardian has developed the deadlock mechanism, the first of its kind, that has completely rewritten the book on anti-picking. Let's see how it works. This shows the inside of a Royal Guardian lock cylinder. When the key is inserted and turned, the correct shear line is maintained. Thus, the middle pin glides over the surface of the inner cylinder, enabling the inner cylinder to turn. When the middle pin reaches the location where the deadlock hole is cut, it passes over the hole without dropping into it, because its diameter is larger than the hole. However, if the lock is picked, an abnormal shear line is formed, causing the upper pin to drop in the deadlock trough. This mechanism is called the deadlock, and once this happens, it becomes impossible to restore it to its original condition. The cylinder becomes dysfunctional, leaving clear evidence of lock tampering. Once set in this configuration, one cannot even insert the correct key, an impossible situation for a criminal, since the lock can no longer be opened, no matter how long he may spend trying to pick it. This is the ultimate crime prevention measure. In recent years, a non-destructive method called lock bumping has presented serious problems overseas. It has been shown that almost 80% of pin tumbler locks can be opened quickly by employing bump keys. Some video footage of the procedure has even been released over the internet. Generally, keys have wavy cuts or dimples of varying depths, When the depths of the cuts and the lengths of the pins match, the gaps between the lower pins and upper pins align with the shear line, allowing the inner cylinder to turn. This bumping technique only needs the insertion of a bump key that has all cuts at maximum depth, and tapping the end of the key with a hammer or some other tool. These incredible results have been made public. Even an untrained amateur can easily open locks by using this amazingly easy technique, simply turning the lock while the upper pins are bumped for a split second by the impulse energy given to the bump key. Because Royal Guardian locks employ a triple-tier construction consisting of upper pins, middle pins, and lower pins, only the upper pins are bumped at all times, resulting in the upper pins being trapped in the deadlock trough. Once the lock is deadlocked, it becomes impossible to even withdraw the bump key, leaving a clear indication of an attempted unauthorized opening of the lock. Taking one look at the Royal Guardian brand engraved on the lock will deter anyone from contemplating picking the lock and breaking into your house. It should be pointed out that the deadlock mechanism only works against lock picking and lock bumping. The deadlock mechanism does not kick in against a proper key, simple tampering using a wire, or inserting an incorrect key. It only acts and literally closes the door against the most dreaded and non-marking lock picking. The deadlock mechanism is pending global patent as the only bump key-proof pin cylinder lock. We asked an analyst, Mr. Umemoto, who is an expert on crimes in Japan, about the status of security measures practiced in Japan today. This product, Royal Guardian, is what I recommend the most. There are no other locks that are unpickable except this one. I use this lock myself. Why did I choose this? Because this is a good product. Of course, if there's a better lock, I would use that instead. But so far, I think this lock is the best on the market right now. We are seeing cases where criminals utilize easy-to-use special tools that do not work directly against lock cylinders to break into homes. Typical techniques are thumb turn twisting, cam bypass, and drilling. By purchasing a Royal Guardian lock, all of these will be taken care of. A cam bypass. A wire is inserted into the gap between the collar and the door. Royal Guardian employs a ratchet-type collar, the first of its kind in the industry. The collar is secured tightly against the door, leaving no gap. The thumb turn block is included in the package as a standard attachment to a Royal Guardian. It is effective in preventing a break-in by inserting a special wire tool between the gap at the door or drilling a hole through the door. Another unique feature of Royal Guardian is its support software, which is totally unique. The key registry system not only ensures the protection of privacy, but facilitates emergency assistance as well. With some conventional keys, anyone can make a duplicate key by knowing the code embossed on the key and a little know-how and a simple cutting machine. But the key registry system of Royal Guardian ensures that a duplicate key can be ordered only by the proper owner and no one else. Other manufacturers have begun to offer similar systems, but the majority of these systems require owners to fill out personal information. The drawback of this type of approach is that it has numerous levels of risk exposure, like the leaking of personal information. Therefore, at Royal Guardian, we have designed a system that does not require the owner's personal information, such as address or date of birth. Our system works via the combination of the serial number and the extension number printed on the registration card that comes in the package. Also, the PIN codes selected by the owner, which are linked to the key code registered in our database server. The information is encrypted and stored in our database. They are protected against cyber attacks by hackers who might attempt to invade our server. Since there will be no way of identifying which data belongs to who, there's no risk of information leakage, which can be used for criminal purposes. Needless to say, we've made a provision for registration not only over the internet, but also from a cell phone. We are also operating a Royal Guardian voice-guided information channel and a hotline help desk between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. on weekdays, excluding Saturdays and Sundays. Please refer to the instruction sheet enclosed in the package. An owner misplacing a key is the most frequently reported trouble with keys. In most cases, the owner has to call a locksmith, have the lock broken, and replace it with a new lock. It can be an expensive nuisance having to pay someone to come out and replace a cylinder. No one wants to go through that. But with a Royal Guardian, the owner needs only to call the toll-free number engraved on the front cap to reach our 24-hour hotline help center for a response. First, the Hotline Help Center will refer the matter to an agent closest to where our customer lives. The agent will contact the customer to verify that the customer is the valid owner by inquiring whether the customer has the blue registration card or not. Next, the customer activates the key code to initiate the duplicate key cutting procedure via a cellular phone or by an alternative method, which makes the key code data available. The agent makes a duplicate key with the key code data and delivers the duplicate key to the customer. This way is less expensive and quicker than breaking and replacing a lock. In addition, all Royal Guardian cylinders carry a 2-year lock set warranty that covers up to 500,000 yen of loss due to lockpicking. This shows that we have absolute confidence in our products. Our cylinders come in 5 colors to choose from. Our customers can select the color that matches the house. There are 18 colors and 324 patterns of the key to choose from. Our keys are reversible, making them easy for children and elderly people to use. In 2002, Royal Guardian was awarded the Good Design Award. Royal Guardian offers high security, backed by thorough aftercare service and a sense of style. Digital Royal Guardian, a supplementary lock with an innovative design, has been added to the lineup of the Royal Guardian series. Having no keyhole, it completely denies unauthorized access by lockpicking. It uses an IC chip or a 3 to 20-digit PIN number. The card key can be stuck on a cellular phone or carried in a wallet. By using a key with a built-in IC chip, the user can unlock both the cylinder and the digital lock with only one key. It automatically locks when the door is closed, thus avoiding forgetting to lock the door. As for the PIN system, it features a dummy leading digits input function, requiring only the last set digits to be correct. The user can enter any number of leading digits as long as the last set digits are correctly entered. This function enhances security by making it very confusing to any third party that tries to peek and steal the PIN code. A lockout function, an extremely convenient feature for property landlords, is also provided. This function allows a landlord to enter an arbitrary overriding code that will disable individual PIN code or IC chips belonging to a defaulting tenant, thus denying access. It emits a pleasant digital sound when opening and closing the cover, locking any attempted unauthorized entry. The body is made of extremely tough, tamper-resistant stainless steel. Its universal design makes it easy for either a right-hander or left-hander to use. In addition, an emergency lock mechanism is provided against any attempt at short-circuiting by applying high voltage, which is sometimes used to break digital locks. It is very easy to install. No wiring is required. It can be installed very quickly to an existing door. It is very easy to replace the existing supplementary lock, like the type shown here, with a digital lock. There is no need to drill a new hole in the door. It will free the user from cumbersome operations and at the same time enhances security and convenience significantly. The battery will last for about 1 year. Power can be supplied from outside in the event that the battery runs out. This product is also supported 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Please feel free to contact our toll-free hotline in an emergency. A lock protects our house and ensures peace of mind for our family. It should not prevent unlawful access by a third party. The Royal Guardian series shall always provide the highest level of security to ensure safety and peace of mind to our customers at all times. Royal Guardian, forging forward to a new era.